Hey guys, this is LeopardGeckoFry. If you guys saw my last video, you know that my cousin dropped my corn snake, and we're still looking for him, but we're pretty much sure he's just long gone by now. But main focus right now is just to move on. I'm gonna get a new one here in a couple days, as soon as I get my paycheck. So just don't worry about it. But in this video, I'm just going to be showing you the basic setup and care for your corn snake. Now, this particular cage is for a baby corn snake. This is a 10-gallon, when they get a little bit bigger, they're going to need to be moved up to maybe, I've been telling everybody about a 20-gallon long. That's what I'm going to move it up to. I have one in storage, just not with me here. But let's get started with the video now. For starters, as far as heating, this lamp right here that I have on top of the cage, this is just strictly for light. I just do it to light up the tank during the day, and then I turn it off at night. So this gives off no heat at all. This right here is my heat source. This is a heat pad. It's for a 20-gallon, but it's kind of old, so it doesn't give off that much heat. So I keep the tank either anywhere on the hot side, anywhere between 78 and 83 degrees. And that's a perfect, about 80 degrees would be a perfect temperature for the hot side. You never want to get it too hot because it can burn the snake. As far as the hides, I don't really have a hide per se. I just have these little leaves over here, one on the cool side, one on the hot side. That's just something that he can crawl into, and just so he can feel secure. Sorry, that's my phone there. But just something that he can feel secure in, and something that he can crawl into. Mine just kind of stayed underneath the hot side there. Bedding, I used aspen when I had my old corn snakes, but I just use this riptile bark now. You never want to use anything loose, like a loose substrate, like a coconut fiber. You never want to use anything loose that they can ingest when feeding. I like to use this riptile bark, one, because it's pretty big stuff. Can't really swallow it that well. When he gets a little bit bigger, I'm going to move it to where I'm going to just take him out of the tank when I feed him. That way he doesn't ingest any of this. Water. I have a water dish that he can actually fit his entire body into. Now this is for a baby right here. As he gets older, I'm going to have to get a bigger water dish. But right there, you want to fill the water dish up about halfway. You don't want to fill all the way up, because when they get into it, they're going to push that water up, and you don't want it to spill out or anything. That'll put too much humidity in the tank, and they can't have too much. Maybe around 30% at most. Now, what else did I get? Oh, can't forget about the top. The top is very important. You want to have a top that is able to have hooks, clips. That way they can't push the tank open, because as you can see, not that hard to push this open. I do not have any on here right now because I took it off when I was looking for my snake, but I'm going to put those back on here in a couple minutes. You want to make sure that you have clean water and fresh water. I use bottled water, nothing with chlorine, which is most tap water. Make sure they have fresh water. I change it every 3 days, which is actually pretty good. And I feed mine about 2 mice every week. I'll feed him. I fed him every Friday, so I'm gonna feed him 2 mice every Friday. Not mice, but pinkies when they're just babies. And make sure they're no bigger than 1.5 times his head. Anything bigger than that, they can hurt them. But that is your basic care. If I forgot anything, I am sorry. Just email me if you have any other questions. But this right here is just your basic setup. It's nothing fancy. There's a background there. You don't need a background. I just made it look good. But if you guys have any questions, just feel free to leave me a comment. And if you guys have any tips for me, if you guys like to give me some advice, maybe I can do something different, I'm more than happy to change something for you guys and request videos. Thank you.